Pam's Harvestcraft 2 by pamharvestcraft is a reboot of the original Pam's Harvestcraft, bringing hundreds of new foods to craft and consume, from new types of fruits and vegetables to waffles, pizzas, sodas, jelly toast, and much more. Players can seek out the new crops and trees, plant farms, craft complex dishes, and become the ultimate harvester and cook of the game. Instead of all the features being bundled into one mod, Pam's Harvestcraft 2 is split into 4 modules. Each module specializes in a particular area of Pam's Harvestcraft. 3 of the 4 modules can be used independently, whilst the 4th module requires the other modules to work properly. On their own, each module can work in a singular playthrough, but for maximizing the potential with the mod, it would be recommended to play with all 4 installed. In this video, all the modules will be covered, which will give you some insight as to what each one provides. Food Core is the baseline of Pam's Harvestcraft 2, bringing over 120 new foods to the game and an array of kitchen utensils to create the new foods. Food Core achieves this by using the existing vanilla foods and ingredients to create an assortment of new foods. These new recipes add variety to existing food types, with additional soups, cakes, and breads to make. These ingredients are taken further, used in making core cooking ingredients like butter, salt, and dough, or to create new food types like juices, burgers, toasts, muffins, and more. Every food within Food Core requires at least one of the new kitchen utensils to be created. 9 kitchen utensils are included in this mod, with each utensil being dedicated to making specific food types. Bakeware is one of the most used utensils in Food Core, responsible for baking baked goods like pies, cakes, or breads. Bakeware can also be used for more than just baking breads and pastries, but is required in cooking sweet foods like chocolate rolls and caramel fudge, to baking vegetable medley, fish sticks, or potato chips. Cutting boards are useful for prepping a range of food types. Foods like yogurt, meat jerky, and toast can be prepped with a cutting board. Meals like a chicken dinner or a hot dog are additionally assembled with a cutting board. Skillets are used in shallow frying, grilling, or sautéing foods, primarily foods like burgers or for making different egg types. As the name suggests, a juicer juices fruits into fruit drinks and juices like apple, sweet berry, and melon juice. Sauces like mayonnaise are also made with a juicer. Formerly known as the mortar and pestle, the grinder grinds and crushes down foods like grains, spices, and nuts into a finer form. These can include spices like cocoa powder or minced forms of meat. Rollers are a new utensil in Pam's Harvestcraft 2, which is used to roll out seeds and vegetables for cooking oil and to roll dough into pasta. Saucepans are primarily involved with creating all kinds of sweet foods, from caramel apples to jelly. The pot is a more versatile utensil, used for brewing soups and stews, creating staple ingredients like butter, salt, or vinegar, as well as making side dishes like fries or chicken nuggets. Mixing bowls combine various ingredients or foods together. These can be mixed to form staple ingredients like dough and batter, or make new food types like ice cream, smoothies, and cupcakes. If the other food types are installed alongside Food Core, the kitchen tools are further utilized in creating more food and food types. The second module is Crops. Crops brings a wide assortment of food crops to the game, featuring new fruits, vegetables, grains, fibers, and more. These are scattered throughout the world in gardens. Each garden contains its own range of crops that could naturally grow and thrive within its situated biome. Crops condenses the total garden variety from 12 to 6 types, which are scattered across different regions. Breaking a garden has a random chance to drop one of its kinds of crops, which can be directly planted onto soil or turned into a seed that can also be planted. Since this module can be used by itself, Crops provides various uses to these new crops. Any root vegetable can be roasted in a furnace, smoker, or campfire. Fibers like cotton, flax, and jute can create string. Paper plants such as kelp, pineapple, and blackberry can create paper, and grains like rye, quinoa, and lentil can make bread. Several of these crops can further be used to lure and breed cows, sheep, pigs, rabbits, and chickens. A full list of which crops can lure and breed which animals can be found on the CurseForge page. Next up is trees. Trees adds fruit, nut, and bark trees to find, harvest, and grow. Like with crops, trees can be found across the world, grouped into 3 categories. Warm trees are found in the warmer, drier, and humid biomes, such as swamps, jungles, and savannas. Cold trees thrive in the coldest places trees can survive in, including both taiga biome variants and mountains. Temperate trees reside within biomes with a similar climate and temperature. These include most types of forests, rivers, and mountains. Trees will only grow one kind of fruit or nut on it. Fruits and nuts have 8 stages of growth, but only 3 of them are visible by the player. Once mature, they can be harvested directly from the tree, leaving behind a younger, unripened fruit to take its place. With these, players can create more trees by combining 8 of the same food with any sapling to create its respective tree sapling. Alternatively, they can be thrown into the composter to create bone meal. The full list of trees that are included in this module can also be found on the CurseForge page. Finally, there's Food Extended. Food Extended adds in over 400 foods to make, using the foods from Food Core, the Crops and Trees modules, and from Vanilla. Food Extended serves 2 main roles. First, to expand on the food types Food Core featured to add variation. Juices, burgers, and pies are some examples of food types that offer a much wider array to create with Food Extended. And second, to create a vast array of foods that are either simple yet light, complex but nourishing foods, and many other foods that lie between them. These include foods and drinks like teas, BLTs, salads, and the tofu range of foods, to lamingtons, miso, ramen, the classic Sunday roast, and plenty more. Pam's Harvestcraft 2 isn't just any food mod, but possibly the largest food mod for Minecraft. What's great about Pam's Harvestcraft 2 is that players can choose to install the modules they want for a simple experience, rather than acquiring the full suite. However, if they wanted to play the entire package, then they can do that too. It can get easy to be overwhelmed with all the food choices, as many players will usually stick with 1 to 3 food sources. Despite the mod not having every feature from the first Pam's Harvestcraft, the mod does have plans to continue updating and bringing more of those features into the reboot. Thanks to Pam Harvestcraft for making this great mod, and link to download it is in the description below.